Selma.
I have a dream.
That we're gonna review the movie?
Yes.
Alright, Selma. Selma conquers Martin Luther King's journey on the march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, and really it's about getting the equal rights movement and the law that eventually got passed by President Johnson. And the movie just conquers how they led up to the march, what it took, all the trials and tribulations that they had to go through, all the bashing they took. And it really is just a movie about how they got to the march, not just the march itself, but leading up to it, how they were able to accomplish it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that this movie doesn't do right as well as do good. I think, first of all, you got to say that it does do a pretty good depiction of Martin Luther King. I think the character, I can't remember who the actor is.
David Oyelowo, I think so.
Okay.
You say it.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
Again, he does a great job of Martin Luther King. I think he looks like him, and I think he bought him pretty well. That's one part of the movie that really works well. I think really you can see the struggles that he had to go through. I think that's one thing we don't really realize about Martin Luther King is he had to go through a lot to actually get not only voting rights passed, but to just have a civil rights movement. Yeah, exactly. Having to move that around, and I think that's really what's good about this movie.
Yeah, and the movie shows you not only Martin Luther King was just this hero and this great man, it showed that he had some trouble with his family, his wife. Their relationship wasn't perfect. They had a lot of complications there. So it shows him as a complex and actual human being, not just some godlike figure, which a lot of things probably will do with Martin Luther King. This one shows you an accurate depiction of him, and I thought that was enjoyable to watch, and that's about where my enjoyment stopped with the movie.
Yeah, I mean, really, again, from the character's standpoint, the actors, they all did a great job of depicting a 1960s civil rights movement. I thought that was really well done. Even Oprah, she is in this movie. I don't think she did horrible. I mean, I think she did what she was supposed to do. But yes, this movie does have a lot of scenes where I think it's like they could have been left out. I think there's just so many bland scenes that don't really matter to the story and really don't even depict what the movie's trying to tell you. Scenes that just don't matter.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes that they don't give you any new information that you need to know. They're just there to be there and make this a full 2-hour length movie rather than some TV special. But I think it's a well-made movie. I just don't think they had enough substance with the story they were trying to do to make a 2-hour movie out of it, and I think it really shows with some of the filler scenes.
Yeah, one thing I noted with you was that I would like to see just a little bit more of the times in the 60s where the whites and the blacks were separated, see more of maybe just some random people and show them, what happened in that time period, because we really only got to see 1 or 2 scenes of that. It was really focused on Martin Luther King, which it should have been, but the scenes with just his pointlessness was unneeded.
Yeah, of course we don't need it beaten over our heads about the racism and all that, but you do need to, when they're making the march to Selma, there was no emotional weight because of all the wasted scenes. I think they could have done a lot more to really put emotion on the march, because it's really making that march just an emotional journey. You're going to get the civil rights movement that you want. I don't think there's enough weight on it. I just feel like it was just cut, short scene, bland, and they finally got to the march, and by then you just were, oh, okay, we're marching, all right.
Exactly. And that was where the movie sort of picked up. I actually did like that, but I thought it was a good moment. And again,
It took too long to get there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big fan of endings, as I noted the American Sniper video. And this did a good job of the ending as well. It really brought the climax together. But yeah, just coming up to it was just, I wasn't well enough made for me. I think, again, it did the good job of depicting it, but it just didn't do it. So that's why I'm going to give this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. No doubt about it. It's a good depiction of Martin Luther King. It did a good job, but it falls short in a lot of areas, and that's why I couldn't bring it up any higher.
Yeah, for me, I can acknowledge that it's a good, well-made movie, and it's a good story, good character development, but otherwise, it's just so flat and one-noted. Doesn't really do anything for me. A lot of people, there's movies like 12 Years a Slave and that where they can say, I never can watch this again. I never can watch this again just because I don't want to have to go through sitting there watching Martin Luther King lay down on a couch for 20 minutes. I'm going to give the movie a 6 out of 10 just because it is good. I just didn't have any enjoyment with it at all. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. As always, leave a like down below if you like this video and you will get more J&J reviews.
Signing out.